Is this towards the beach?
Yeah. So it's
So this gate and
Pandawa Beach.
well, the statue is doing his namaste. And so the moment you enter this area going to the beach, you have all these statues again. All the men and women statues. So it's like a very rustic area. The roads are typical of any island, taking you to the beach in Bali. Sorry about all the shake I have in my camera because of the car moving up and down. The roads are not very even, but I think there is a way to make it more professional. Selamat datang di Pantai Pandawa. Yeah.
Welcome to Beach Pandawa.
Pandawa is beach?
Beach Pandawa. Beach Pandawa. Welcome to Beach Pandawa.
Welcome to beach. Yeah, selamat datang is welcome. Pantai Pandawa. Selamat datang dan terima kasih. Okay.
Tiket.
Yeah.
Berapa? Satu saja. 2000.
Profession?
2000.
2000.
2000. At 20,000, yeah, 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah, 20,000.
So, yeah, let's see. So they're asking for 20,000,
Yeah,
which is
20,000,
probably,
Okay. 20 mas ya?
well, maybe $2,
Yeah.
I think, perhaps. So that is the
Okay.
ticket for you to get inside.
Okay. This is it.
And what is this?
Yeah.
So you get this back after you pay the 20,000 rupees, which is, hey, I don't know, it's probably around $2, and then you get 5,000 rupees back. So I got to put my seatbelt on. Yeah, here. I got to put my seatbelt on so
Yeah.
he could drive, because here if the seatbelt isn't on, the driver gets a ticket from the police. So they are very particular about seatbelts in this country overall, Indonesia. Anywhere you go, the driver is not comfortable unless you have your seatbelt on.
Ya Mas Anggi?
Well,
Ya.
Pak, maaf Pak. Pak, ini
Halo. Halo.
yeah. And so there we are,
Mas.
Pantai Pandawa.
Mana, Mas?
So my
Sudah-
students
sudah
who are
nyampe
actually,
Pandawa?
hey, grown-up people now,
Udah nyampe Pandawa.
they are, I don't have Wi-Fi here, so they keep
Iya,
calling the
Pandawa,
driver
Pandawa.
to make sure that my whereabouts
Gimana?
and that the driver is on track.
Udah Pandawa. Udah.
That's one lucky guy, folks, yeah.
Ya.
In academia, when you're a professor, and especially in this part of the world, you've got the well, love and care from the students who will make sure that you get what you want to see where you want to go, and they arrange it for you. Well, I pay for everything, but still, they do all the itinerary for you and arrangement. And here it is. I don't know who this guy is. Lakshman or Rawan?
Rahwana.
Huh? Ravana?
Ya.
Ravana. Yeah, it's a Rawan. Ravana. The interesting thing about Ravana is while in North India they burn his effigy, he was a bad guy, but in South India they worship him. They worship Ravana in South India, whereas in North India they burn his effigy. This is what I know. I could be wrong. If anybody can correct me, please do so. So we are at the beach. It's a very famous
Ya.
beach. and I'm going to get off here and go continue to make the movie. You can park wherever you want, so I could, okay, that way, yeah. So I could get off and go onto the beach. It says parking lot number 1. There it is, some beach hats, some little shops, and the native folks. Mostly I see the Indonesians there right now. Maybe it's time of the day when, you know, the tourists are not here. Maybe they are here during the day to do their little sunbathing, suntan. But I'm here at this time of the day to make a little movie. And so I'm gonna go out. Are you coming with me? Or, okay. So yeah, my guide and the driver, Mr. Chatur, is coming with me. He's a local guy from East Java, and he said he moved here when he was a child. This is apparently the gate to Bali, and we see a lot of these, hey, small shops with little tourist stuff, souvenirs and whatnot. Where should we go? Straight? Alami Tubo. I can read the Bahasa language, and I can also understand, but very little. Probably I can make it about 10% of the Bahasa Indonesia and Bahasa Malaysia, Malayu. Yes, sir. Oh, there's the sea for you. This is Indian Ocean, man. You are at Indian Ocean. Wow. Let me take this route. No, Ruat Informasi, Minaras, Suar Pandawa, etc. Yeah, so the nice white sand and very old, some kind of a tree, looks like a banyan tree or something, and families here, and the boats, and people are getting into the water. Boy, what a lovely place. Yoo-hoo! Welcome to Bali. Yeah, I love the buildings. It's a little bit more Chinese style, but boy, the number of shops seems like endless. Oh boy. Nice, nice. Yes. Well, my dear viewers, you get to see this for free, and I love it. You don't have to, well, you can come here, but if you can. But if you cannot come here, you still get to see Bali Beach Pandawa for free. Yes, sirree. Yeah. There's a surf rescue guy, young man, sitting there, hoping that nobody's gonna get drowned. In case that happens, he will go and save them. So this driver guide, who happens to be a friend of my student, is following me as well to make sure that he's like my bodyguard anyway. In a foreign country, you need one, otherwise you will get lost. It's good to have a guide who knows the native language as well as some broken English. Woo-hoo. Yes, sir. Hey, the kids are enjoying. Yeah, kids at play. Yes, the kids are at play. And of course, there is the sunset on the other side. Yeah. So this is endless, actually, if one wants to actually walk On the beach, it's probably going to be, the sand is very soft. So my feet is almost sinking into the sand. And I see a lot of shells here, broken seashells. Oh, let's see, look at the sun. There's a sunset there happening right now. Yeah. Nice breeze as well. Nice breeze. Really soft sand that your feet are sinking into the sand. Oh no, all wet. Oh no, all wet now. Yes. Boy, look at the waves. Oh my gosh. Woo, looks like it's about 8 feet high. Easy. It's very, very far. It's very far. So let me go to the markets here and see what they're selling, because it's going to get dark very soon. Coconuts, all kinds of drinks you can get here. That's something that I must have, but not right now, because if you drink the coconut water, you will not be able to take your dinner. Boy, yes, look at the size of these thing here. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, they're big. And I bet you that they're very cheap. I bet you it's not more than 50 cents for the whole drink. And I don't know if the color brown is the taste any different than the one with the color green. Is it more ripe if it is brownish? Not sure. Yeah, endless. No, not right now, maybe later. How much is this? Oh, that's cheap for the whole thing. Wow, mashallah. 20,000 is probably, hey, I don't know. I said earlier $2, but it's not $2. It's a lot less than that. Because $1 is 150,000. And so if $1 is 150,000, then probably 20,000 is a lot less. Probably a few cents. That's cheap. Well, for American standards, it's cheap. I'm not sure if you're coming from any other part of the... not now, later. I'll come back later. He's asking if I want a coconut drink. And I keep saying I'll come back later. Because I have not come in for the coconut drink. I've come here to see the beaches, man. Oh, man. Yoo-hoo. Yeah. Well, I bet you that during the holiday season, during the weekend, etc., this place is packed, jam-packed. During the day, because now it's getting evening and it's a weekday, therefore, there aren't very many people here. But boy, you don't need to talk when you actually come to a nice place like this. I'm just doing it as a fun activity, but you just need to close your eyes, lie down on these comfortable or not so comfortable sunbathing chairs and just relax. Boy, you can listen to the, the waves, ocean waves. Oh boy, how relaxing. Indeed. Indeed, sirree. Indeed. catamaran. You can take these and go inside the sea. Enjoy it. We did this in Hawaii not too long ago, and boy, it's fun. It's really relaxing. You know, if you're a city folk, get out of there. Go to the beach, man. Go to the beach. When I was in Michigan long time ago, where I used to work, a woman had actually moved, a relatively senior woman from California, and I was in my 20s. And that lady was a social worker, but she had moved and we worked in a hospital. And she said to me that, Amber, listen, what are you doing here in Michigan? A person your age, 20s and 30s, does not really belong in cold country, man. Go to California. Go to California, baby. That's where the fun is. That's where the West is the best. The beaches and the weather and education and everything else, money. You know, so for those people who live in the Midwest, they don't know what they're missing. Yes, there are beaches there as well. Michigan itself has a lot of beaches, nice beaches, but it's the weather. Why do people come to Bali? It's the weather. Beach, the weather, evenings are just beautiful right now. It's probably in the, low 70s. Low 70s, I would say. Nice breeze. Yeah, it was kind of hot earlier, but right now it's very relaxing. Just enjoy the waves and the breeze and the calm and the serene and the sunset. Alright, so I'm going to go back up and try to go back to that guy I said I'll be right back. Maybe take that coconut drink. It's so cheap, I feel so guilty. 50 cents for a whole big coconut or less than that. Boy, that's cheap. And people would actually come and offer you, please come and drink from my stall or my shop. These people are relatively, not very rich. And if this is what their, let's see, income is, one should actually be kind enough to give them some tips. There is some Indonesian food, which is also relatively very cheap. Yeah. Boy, grilled fish is 100,000, which is about $7 maybe. Yeah, that's about $7. I would say that is very cheap. If you have got a quite big fish grilled for $7 and probably a drink for 50 cents. That's a real good filling dinner for about $8 or less. Here is some dress for you from Bali. Yeah, all these beach hats and whatnot. Beach sandals, sunglasses. Bali for you. Yep. It looks like it's a kids. All these for the kids. Yeah. Nice people. The good thing about going to these islands is that people are very innocent. Whether you go to Malaysia or Indonesia, these people here are very, very gentle. They respect the foreigners. Even at one time I remember that a taxi driver has been many instances where I traveled in Malaysia, and they don't ask you for anything. They say that if you can give me whatever you want. Sometimes it's quite possible that they expect, let me go on that side for a second. They expect that maybe, and this is my hunch, I could be entirely wrong, that you will give them more. But depends. I mean, not everybody would do this. So sometimes I gave them, and sometimes they said that no, because you are a foreigner, and this will not happen to many people, because I was at the university. They respect professors, so they would say, in our culture we respect teachers, quote unquote, or professors so much that we cannot ask them for money. Isn't that something very unusual that will never happen in America or in some other parts of the world? That they will insist that they don't want, unless you really force them to take money. Not that you can say that I'm a professor, because I was a professor here in Malaysia. Then they knew, and then they would respect that. Same thing happens in the Middle East, where there is a very high respect for people in the academia, especially professors, because they know. And also at one time in India, when I landed in Delhi airport, and the immigration officer asked me, what do you do? And I said, I'm a professor. And so he bowed down his head and says that, why are you outside of India? You should come here and teach, because we need people like you who are trained and educated in the West to come and teach people in our countries. So what I'm saying is, in some countries, especially in the eastern part of the world, there is a certain respect for professors, and also in the Muslim culture, by the way. So anyway, this keeps going. This walkway is very long. I don't know why there aren't so many people. It could be that today is a weekday. That is why there aren't so many people here. But boy, this is very cheap. I did not expect it to be so cheap, like 60K for fried mixed seafood and potato. 60,000 is, I don't know, it's 50 cents. Oh boy, I don't believe it. Maybe I'm doing the math wrong, but you can figure it out. Indonesian rupee is dollar is 150K. So it's very, very cheap here. Although it's a tourist spot, tourist place, tourist beach, tourist town. We are outside the Bali downtown area, where they say that actually, yeah, come back, where they say that in the town, inside the town, things are a lot more expensive. It's quite possible that the guy who sent me here, the students, he actually sent me to a very cheap place, because it's very affordable actually from what I can see. However, in the remaining days I'll go other places as well and try to find out what the prices are. But that looks like I don't know if it's a lighthouse. It looks like a lighthouse. Indonesian lighthouse, the Bali. Boy, yes it is. That's what it looks like. So this is never ending. You can walk and walk and walk until you drop, and the beaches will not end. My guide and my driver would say this guy is not stopping. So I need to go back because it's getting dark. And he has got things planned for me, including dinner and everything else. So I'm going to end here with well, showing you the name of some of the food items here. Indomie, tipa cantok, pisang goreng, bakso, rujak buah, ace buah, nasi goreng. By the way, today at the 5-star hotel, actually, I tried nasi goreng because my cousin in India mentioned that you should eat nasi goreng. And it was pretty good. It was not so expensive because they give the nasi goreng with lamb chop. And that was pretty good. However, the nasi goreng with the lamb chop, the lamb meat was not that great. Does not mean that if you eat at a expensive hotel that the food is going to be very good. Sometimes the street food, which is actually 10 times cheaper, tastes more. But you don't know, cleanliness and all that could be an issue. And that's why I don't believe that we should be eating street food from everywhere when we are traveling. Here it is, DK4763. That's the number, and the numbers are different. Yes. All right, folks. Goodbye from one of the beaches, Padang Beach, Bali, Indonesia. October 29, 2024.